Second District Court is back in session. Honorable Megan Stiverson presiding.
All right, we're back on the record. I have Mr. Gosha present on file 220253. I know that we had just addressed this the other day, but Mr. Dunham requested, Mr. Gosha, that we have a hearing today so that we could address your bond again. So Mr. Dunham, if you would like to explain what's going on or what your request is.
Your Honor, when we were here Wednesday, we did not know what the prosecutor was reducing the felonies down to, what misdemeanors. You assumed 4 different ones and you set his bond accordingly. I now have seen an amended complaint misdemeanor that I just got this afternoon. I'm a little put out. It has a count 1 on it that was not mentioned to me this morning. Attempted interfering with electronic communications. You have that too?
I do.
All right. I was told this morning that there were just the 2 counts of assault and battery. But even with these 3, I would ask the court to consider a PR bond. I know that this case, I've been throwing around castle defense and so on. That electronic communication device charge was always the weakest one of the bunch to me, but we would ask the court to let him out. He knows he can't have contact with these in-laws. He's probably going to go live with his mother at this point, even though he's not forbidden to see his wife where he lives. So we would ask the court to consider a PR bond, and if not, the lowest possible bond to give him even a better chance to get out. His parents are quite poor, and as they said in court this Wednesday, they just don't have the money right now to bond him out. So we would ask the court to re-bond him today, seeing what these charges are. I guess that's all I can say today. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Dunham. So we're in I have a unique situation here where I do have a copy, and it's literally just a copy of the amended complaint. It hasn't even been sworn to yet, so I can't even rearraign him on it. I think I was just going to rearraign him at the time of pretrial.
Oh.
But we do have so I'll do that then, since it will be legal and valid. But we can address bond today. And I know that had been brought up at the end of the last hearing. I did reduce it, I think by about half. It does make a difference what these new charges are going to be, however, because on each of these counts, they're significantly lower than the bond, Mr. Gosha, that I had set for you in terms of what we thought might come. So I am willing to reset. What the court's going to do, Mr. Gosha, on count 1, I'm going to put that at $1,000, 10%, and counts 2 and 3 each at $500, 10%. So the total is $2,000, 10% would need to be posted in order for you to be released. If you're able to post that bond, Mr. Gosha, know that the no contact order remains between Kenton Hancock and Kelly Hancock. And make sure that you're aware, sir, that no contact means no contact. So when I say that, it means if you have either of these individuals' programs in your telephone, if you have them on social media, you need to either delete those or delete them from your contacts. If there's even accidental contact or a blank message or a blank text or blank instant message that's sent, the court doesn't consider that an accident, because I'm warning you today that you should take the steps that you need to make it so it doesn't. You cannot go to their addresses of record. You cannot go to their places of business. If you go someplace where you believe you are allowed to be and they happen to be there, you're the one that needs to turn around and leave. So you understand what no contact means, correct?
I fully understand, Your Honor.
All right. Don't even post anything negative about them on Facebook. It only leads to trouble. You understand that as well?
Yes, ma'am, fully.
All right, make sure that you follow all of the other terms and conditions of your pretrial release if you post that bond. And most importantly, Mr. Gosha, do not miss court. We will see you at your next arraignment pretrial date, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Sir. Thank you. Deputies, I think that takes care of you guys this afternoon, so thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a good day.
You as well. Mr. Bowditch, are you there, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Bowditch is here on file 220141. Mr. Bowditch is appearing this afternoon because he discovered that he had a warrant for failing to appear for a March 23rd pretrial. Mr. Bowditch did take it upon himself, Mr. Dunham, to contact the court so he could get this resolved as quickly as possible, which is why he is here and not on the docket. Mr. Dunham, did you have a chance to speak with Mr. Bowditch about that failure to appear for the pretrial?
I did, Your Honor. He's very apologetic. He would ask the court to reschedule him and let him keep out of jail so that he can go on with his business, but he knows he's got to show up next time.
All right, Mr. Bowditch, is that true? You wish to make some admissions? And if that's the case, I have to swear you in.
Yes, Your Honor, please.
All right. Owen, can you raise your right hand for me, sir?
I can. I'm in the lobby as well.
All right. Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right. You can put your hand down, Mr. Bowditch. You understand
Okay.
that you failed to appear on March 23rd for a pretrial conference on I think it's a misdemeanor case. Is that right?
That is correct. That was yesterday. Yes, ma'am.
What happened? Did it just slip your mind?
I tried to
or-
I tried to use the phone. It didn't go through. And then when I tried again later, I realized it was too late. So I should have just came down here if I couldn't get it to work, even if it had been late. And then when I called, it would have been, then that would have been the following day, which is Thursday. And the clerk helped me discover a way to come down and plead my case with you, Your Honor. I even have the complainant with me today. They want to make sure that the court is aware that there was no crime committed whatsoever. I know that
Okay,
this
so
is
Mr.
not the
Bowditch,
place for that.
It's not. No, that's something that you need to do at a pretrial conference. That would have been the hearing I scheduled yesterday. That'd be a good time for you to
Yes,
have them
ma'am.
present.
I apologize.
No worries. Mr. Bowditch, you called right away. That isn't always the case. And you came down here to resolve the matter. I have no problem helping you out here on this. I'll find you guilty for failing to appear. So certainly it was contempt that you didn't appear when you were supposed to. I'm just simply going to give you a warning. Make sure that you're here for your pretrial conference next time. I think you had a PR bond. I'm going to reinstate that. So you're still out on your own personal recognizance. And we'll get that scheduled. Since you're here at the courthouse, why don't you just hang out for a minute? We'll get you a notice of hearing for your next pretrial conference, so it's handed right to you, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you, Mr. Bowditch. Good luck to you.
Yep.
Mr. Dunham, are you ready on Ms. Qualls, or do you need a couple minutes to speak with her?
No, she and I are ready. We talked about 45 minutes ago, I believe, so she's ready.
All right, we are now on the record then in the matter involving Allison Qualls, and I have two files, 212073 and 212203. I believe that these were originally sent over to Judge Lisney, but I see that they have been sent back to me and marked as pleas. So to me, Mr. Dunham, that means you guys have a resolution in this matter.
That's true, Your Honor. As the prosecutor has pointed out in his amended complaint authorization, my client is going to plead no contest today for fear of civil liability possibilities to two 93-day misdemeanors. One is entry without owner's permission, and one is receiving, concealing stolen property under $200. That is what the prosecutor has offered. In return, they'll dismiss everything else they got against her. That's an R&O file that has a count or two in it. Might have a trespassing in there too somewhere. They're dismissing all that and the felonies that went in this case in return for this no contest plea. And as I explained to my client, I provided you with the preliminary examination transcript, and I'm free, and I would like you to feel free to use any part of that to find her guilt of these two misdemeanors. That's it.
All right. Ms. Qualls, I just want to verify with you, ma'am, that's your understanding of the agreement, is that I would be accepting a no contest plea to two misdemeanors, one entry without permission and one receiving and concealing under $200. Is that your understanding?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
And that everything else would be dismissed. And that's what you want me to do today, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So Allison, I don't swear you in or anything because I'm allowing this to be taken as a no contest plea. Instead, as agreed upon and with the permission of your counsel, I've used the transcript, and I recall from the preliminary examination, I also had a chance to review as well to see if there's enough for me to accept that no contest plea. So based off of the information that the court had been provided, and after reviewing same, the court does believe that there's enough to find you guilty of entry without owner's permission, which is a misdemeanor. I do believe that you entered that residence or building without having the permission of that owner. And then second, the receiving and concealing under 200. I believe from that testimony that was taken at the preliminary examination that there were items that were found within a vehicle that did not belong to you, the worth of which was certainly did have some value, but was under $200 in fines. The court's going to find you guilty then of that receiving and concealing under 200 as well. All of the other charges will be dismissed, Ms. Pauls, including the other file, which was 212203 in its entirety. So what I'm going to do, Allison, I'm going to get you scheduled for a date for sentencing. Now, do you live close? Are you within the county close by here? Do you get to town often? All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm going to have you come in here. Why don't you stop in, I would say early next week, no later than, how about you have no later than Tuesday? So come Monday or Tuesday. We're going to give you your paperwork to fill out for your pre-sentence investigation work, okay? Once you get that paperwork filled out, we'll hand you your notice of hearing also, and that will tell you when your date for sentencing is going to be, okay? In the meantime, just follow all of the terms and conditions of your bond, of your pretrial release. If you have any questions about that or what it entails, make sure that you ask the court so you don't get yourself in any trouble, and we'll see you back here for sentencing, ma'am, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, good luck to you.
Your Honor,
Thank you, Your Honor.
I have 3 open files. And one with an original warrant.
I don't have a third.
You don't have an original? 212453.
No,
No one has an original warrant in it.
like that hasn't been.
Mhm.
Hold on just a second. You can, we'll